We've reached the end of July, which means it's time for another Blu-ray haul. So let's get into it. Welcome to Social Screen Talk. My name is Luke LaPointe. I recently started this channel because I love movies. They are a big part of my life, and I want to talk about them with people who care about them as much as I do. With that, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and most importantly, I want to hear you down in that comment section. What Blu-rays did you pick up this month? What are you looking to pick up next month? And what do you think I should be adding to my collection? Because this is a fairly new collection, and I want to hear what you guys are adding because I want to have a very good collection like you guys do. And most importantly, I want you guys to let me know what videos you want me to be making in the future. Because like I said, this is a new channel. I want to craft my channel around my viewers. So if there's any new movies that you want to make sure that I review, any franchises or anything you want me to rank, or any editorials you want me to do, I want you to let me know so I can hop on that. Because I want you guys to get content that you're going to watch. And with that, let's get into this Blu-ray haul. Now, if you've been following my channel in the last month, you know that before June, that I did not have much of a Blu-ray collection. I had two things, Elf and the Game of Thrones Complete Collection, and I wanted to really build. So June was a very good month. I got about 19 or 20 things to add to my Blu-ray collection. And this month, I knew it was not going to be as big of a haul, just because I wasn't going to be spending as much money, and it wasn't my birthday month, obviously, and there was not as much stuff I was thinking about. So while this was not as big of a haul, I still got about 10 or 11 things. So I'm very happy about the size haul I got. And with that, let's get into it. And just to remind you, this is a Blu-ray haul. This is a much more laid-back video. You know, no cuts or anything like that. Because I want you guys to feel relaxed with me while I'm doing this video. And with that, let's get into it. So first off, I got Airplane, the 40th Anniversary Edition Steelbook. Just came out, Best Buy exclusive. And this is one of my favorite comedies of all time. I mean, it's a satire. It hits so well with every joke. It's so quotable. It gives us Leslie Nielsen in his first huge role in these satirical movies, and he is absolutely perfect. All the actors do so well. They even got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and some of the stuff he does is so funny. And like I said, this is so quotable. If you've watched any TV, you know, Family Guy, American Dad, Simpsons, stuff like that, without a doubt, you have seen them reference this movie because it's just that amazing and that easy to reference, and that legendary. So I had to pick this up when I saw this on Best Buy a couple of days ago, and I'm very happy I did. It's so worth it. Next up, we have the Cornetto trilogy. This is also one of my favorite trilogies of all time because it's again, like, it's so funny. It's Edgar Wright, Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, and it's three different movies with three totally different themes that it tries to hit on, and three totally different stories. But they do each one so well. You know, with Edgar Wright being who he is a genius. He's one of my favorite directors in Hollywood. And he has this very unique way of shooting where he uses a lot of foreshadowing to his advantage. So that's one of the things that enhances these movies. And Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are probably one of the best duos in Hollywood, in the film industry. They are so funny together. They work so well together, and they give us great performances in Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. And so this was picked up at a very good price on eBay, and I've already watched all these movies about 10 times since I bought this. Next up, we got Knives Out. Not only one of my favorite movies of 2019, but I think the consensus that it is one of the best movies of 2019. I mean, it works well on so many levels, as a comedy, as a drama, as a whodunit. Rian Johnson, I know that name brings up a lot of bad memories for some of you Star Wars fans. You guys give him too much hate, but Rian Johnson did a phenomenal job with this movie. He directed this so well. He wrote this in a very witty way, where you feel like you know what's happening, but at the same time you don't, and it is kind of unpredictable, even though it's just kind of throwing everything right at you. And of course, the cast of this movie is great. Ana de Armas, Chris Evans, Daniel Craig, and then the supporting cast, you got Jamie Lee Curtis, Toni Collette, Don Johnson, Michael Shannon, Lakeith Stanfield. I mean, legends and up-and-coming actors who, like I said, like do so well in this movie and just add so much to it. So, like I said, this was one of my favorite movies in 2019, and I'm happy that I got this because I was able to look at more of the behind-the-scenes stuff, at what made this movie so great. Next up, we have the Oceans collection, the Oceans trilogy. George Clooney, Matt Damon. Now, not all the movies are great. Ocean's 11 is obviously a classic. It's a great heist movie. It's one of the best heist movies of the 21st century, in my opinion. Oceans 12 and 13, while they're not as great, they still do a good job capturing the energy and are still a lot of fun, I think. George Clooney and Matt Damon are great on screen. George Clooney obviously is amazing as Danny Ocean. And like I said, these movies are just a lot of fun. And I'm very happy I got this collection because what came with it was Ocean's Trilogy playing cards and some dice. So for a gambling man like me, I have these handy. But like I said, this is it's a fun trilogy. I always have a lot of fun watching each movie, and I picked this up at a very good price on eBay. So there's the Ocean's Trilogy. Next up, I got Paul, the Steelbook. I got this for like $6 on eBay. Like, eBay is great for getting these things. But this is another Nick Frost, Simon Pegg movie. Edgar Wright is actually not a director on this movie. He is a producer. You still get some of those, ways they shot this movie that feel very similar to Edgar Wright's style. I forget who directed this. This might be Greg Mottola. But this was still done really well. And got a great supporting cast. You got Sigourney Weaver, Jason Bateman, Bill Hader, Joe Trulio, obviously Seth Rogen, and this movie is still really funny. It's not their best. It's not Nick Frost and Simon Pegg's best. It's not as great as the Cornetto trilogy, but this movie is also so funny, and it has so many references that if you are a cinephile like me, if you love films, you will get so many references that each one will just make you smile each time, whether it's just a little line or you see a little name, like a restaurant name or something. They have so many of these references in this movie. So that's what also made it a lot of fun for me. Next up, we got Predator, one of the classic horror action sci-fi movie. I was actually about to I bought this at Best Buy a couple days ago. I was actually about to buy the whole set, but I figured I don't like the sequels as much, so I was going to get the original because that's one of my favorites. This is, one of the most macho movies of all time. Schwarzenegger, obviously, it's one of his best roles. You got a great cast. You got a great monster, and some amazing action. So this was a movie I had to pick up. I got it under $10 at Best Buy. So this is also 4K, so I'm very happy I picked this up. Next up, we have The Quiet Man. Now, some of you might be looking at this going, what the hell is this movie? Not a lot of you might know this, but this is a movie from 1952 starring Maureen O'Hara and John Wayne. And you might be wondering why I got this. This is a very important movie for me. This is something my dad and I always watched when I was a little kid. We watched this all the time. Like I said, there are some movies we watched all the time when I was younger, like Top Gun, which I also have in my collection I got last month. But this was the movie we watched the most. My dad loves classic movies. He loves old movies, the golden age of Hollywood. And we watched this movie so much. We quoted this movie so much. And it's one of the reasons this is one of the reasons I love movies so much, because I can see a movie like this with my dad and be able to reference and quote it, stuff like that. And this is something I want to watch with my dad again. This is 60th anniversary edition. It comes with a very nice booklet about some of the stuff from behind the scenes. And so this was very important, very significant for me when I got this. I found it for like $10 on eBay. So, I smile when I found this on eBay for such a low price because I needed to have this. Next up, we have Scarface. Now, Scarface is Al Pacino. He's campy as hell in this movie, but he's so good. This is such a classic movie, crime movie, action movie, and again, also very, very quotable. I don't think, if you're watching this video, you've definitely heard the line, "Say hello to my little friend." You've heard that line before, so you know Scarface. And this is obviously one of Pacino's most memorable performances. Gave us Michelle Pfeiffer, and it had a very, very, very strong plot that was really based in real world. Felt so original, yet tied to real world problems with the drug wars in the 80s and in Miami. And this was a very nice steelbook. So this is one of the quotes that I live by the most too, is "The world is yours." If I ever were to get a tattoo, I would get "The world is yours" tattooed right on my arm. So this is a movie that is also very influential for me. Next up, we have Ted 1 and 2, the Thunder Buddies collection. Ted 2 isn't as great, but I love these movies. I mean, I'm a big Boston guy. My dad is from Massachusetts. He's a masshole. And I have never lived a day in Boston in my life, but that's a city I identify with most. And this movie just makes me laugh time and time again. Mark Wahlberg and Seth MacFarlane in this movie are so good. I'm slipping into a Boston accent here. My bad. But the jokes, this is like Family Guy R-rated edition. And the jokes here are so funny. You never thought you'd be laughing at a talking teddy bear, but you do. And for some reason, they make a really good pair. Ted is a very, very great movie. And to have Seth MacFarlane, Mila Kunis, Mark Wahlberg on screen together, they work all really well together. The jokes are awesome. It's got a great plot, and it introduced me to Flash Gordon. So kudos to that, and Ted 2 still does a really great job and gives us one of the best Tom Brady cameos that I've ever seen in this entire world. So, had to pick this one up, and I've already rewatched these about 5 times. And last but very not least, we have The Wolf of Wall Street, my favorite movie of all time. There's no exaggeration, this is my favorite movie of all time. I don't think critically this is Scorsese's best work, but it is his most fun work. It's his most rewatchable work, and everyone in this movie is golden. Leonardo DiCaprio, this is the movie he should have won his first Oscar on. Hands down, without a doubt, this is the movie Leonardo DiCaprio should have won his first Oscar on, and I don't understand how he did it. Because Matthew McConaughey just came and wiped his nose right in Leonardo DiCaprio's face in this movie with that. Just cause. But the plot's awesome. It's just so much fun. All the party scenes. Jonah Hill is electric. Now, I don't do drugs, but this movie does make Quaaludes look pretty cool. So, but like I said, DiCaprio's best work here. Introduced us to Margot Robbie, who's now a star, a superstar in Hollywood. And even though it's 3 hours, it feels the most rewatchable Scorsese's work, and that's why it is my favorite movie of all time. And that's it. That's all I have for you today. This was a very good haul. Not as big as June, obviously, but I still think it's a very good haul. And make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I love all the support I'm getting so far, but I can get more support and build up this channel, be able to spend more time doing this. That would mean the world to me. So if you guys could get my channel out and get people recommended to people, that would mean the world to me. And also leave your thoughts down in the comment section about what you picked up, what you're going to pick up, and what you think I should pick up. And keep on loving movies as much as I do. Thank you so much.